We've spoken about time before on this show. A couple of times we've spoken about time. And I want to just bring that up again just because it feels like it has been ages since we've been here, but it also hasn't.
Time's a funny thing, isn't it?
It is so weird.
It's all relative.
It is.
For you guys, it's been no time at all.
Yeah.
For us, it's been one of our longest breaks. Other than the break.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that though. Welcome, Jack, and one and all, to another episode of Fine Leg to Full Forward. Critch, how are we doing, mate?
Bloody well, mate.
Bloody well.
I'm happy to be hearing those words again.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute. It feels weird to be back. I feel like there's going to be a bit of rust this episode.
Yeah, I mean, we alluded to it in the cold open, the intro, but yeah, it has been a break, but not a break.
Yeah, we've both been here, there, and everywhere the last few weeks. So, having just come back from the post-footy season break into cricket season, and then we didn't want to take another break, so we smashed out about 5 episodes in 2 weeks, I think.
Yep.
So that's why some of the things that were said didn't quite make sense the time that they were released. we were trying our best to keep them as timeless as possible.
Yep.
I think we did okay. But,
yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that we've sort of evolved enough as a show to like that. I mean, the episodes are about us as opposed to. I mean, we do like to sort of keep a finger on the pulse at the same time, but more so than we used to. It's more about us than what's happening, right?
Yeah. And I think that's why we were able to do it, and that's why I think we're not as worried about taking a break at Christmas as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, in years gone by, we've been mindful of the Boxing Day test and the New Year's test as well. Like, oh well, we can't take some time off there, but no, we're going to do that as well.
Yeah.
So we're kicking off our return from our break by saying there's another one coming. We'll push to the end of the year.
Yeah.
No, you go.
No,
See, rust.
It's kind of like getting back from leave and then applying for more leave. It's just
I don't know who'd do that.
I'd do it.
Yeah, well, I did it. How are you, by the way? I never asked you back.
I'm doing okay. So we both sort of went away. I was surprise in the state that's just above Victoria.
I thought you were going to say constant despair.
Yeah. I was in Sydney. And it was nice. It was good.
See the fam.
There
a wedding?
There was a wedding.
Yeah.
There was a wedding. And my birthday as well. So
yes. Happy birthday for Tuesday last week.
Thanks,
Tuesday?
mate. Yeah. It was Tuesday.
Joined the 27 club. Hopefully you don't join the 27 club.
Yes. I was I'm surprised that lots of people don't actually know what that is.
No.
Yeah, like I sort of just made a joke about it here and there when on my birthday, but everyone was like, "What's that?" Anyway, let's not dive into that.
If you're the 27 club and you're listening right now,
anyway. But yeah, Sydney was good. It was good. It's good to see the fam. How was Murbar, but also Bali?
Yeah. So I kind of had 2 holidays in one. Was off for a few weeks, which is nice. Not something that's I've really done a whole lot, if not ever. I don't know.
Always encouraged to take leave. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. That was really good. Obviously, went to see Tash's family.
Yeah.
Up in Murwillumbah, northern New South Wales. Beautiful part of the country. If you ever get a chance to go up there, it's about it's just south of Coolangatta, and it's just north of Byron Bay.
Yeah.
So it's right in that sweet spot there, northern New South Wales. That was good. I feel like I like that place more and more.
Yeah,
every time I go back. Yeah. So going back before the end of the year again and over New Year's. So
Yeah.
it's going to be good. I'm keen as.
I'm assuming it's kind of like, obviously you're experiencing it for the first time, but it's obviously where she grew up. So it's sort of kind of, she might even see it through fresh eyes as well because she's showing you each of these places.
Yeah.
It's almost, it's
There's
cool.
definitely an element of that, and she said that herself. So
Yeah.
And then we were back in Melbourne for a couple of days for her birthday.
Yes.
Also born in November. And then we jet set it off to Bali. We spent a week and a bit in Bali.
As everyone seems to be doing these days. I feel like I know at least like 8 people that have been to Bali in the last month.
Mate, it's just so cheap.
Yeah.
Like as I was saying to you before we left, like because we were up that way anyway, we were going to do our own separate holiday in Queensland.
Yeah.
And it was just so much more expensive.
To go from Murba to Queensland, do a holiday and then come back.
Yeah. So we went to Bali instead and was worried the weather might be, because it's obviously started wet season there now, but no, the weather was mint. The resort was fucking amazing. It was good to just properly switch off. That's why there was a bit of a dip in the social posts.
Oh yeah,
over the last few weeks, just
was
having
it?
a bit of a break.
I did see that you wished me happy birthday.
Yeah, I was like, I thought I'd be a real wholesome post.
That was so wholesome. I only saw it like,
yeah, you saw it a few days later.
Like yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah.
But no, it's good.
Birthday again. It's just a good photo.
Yeah. I didn't even know that photo existed.
Yeah. The reason I chose that one is it looks like you're laughing at one of my jokes. So I'll just put that there as well.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So we've been here, there, and everywhere, as I said, but we're back now for regularly scheduled programming for a final push for the rest of 2022.
Yep.
It'll be Christmas before we know it.
Before we know it. We got back. We both got back similar times.
Yeah, a couple of days apart, I think.
A couple of days apart. And then we went and did the early vote.
We early voted on the Thursday, didn't we?
On Thursday. And mainly did that to avoid the queue on the Saturday and ended up waiting in line for about half an hour?
Yeah, probably was about that, yeah. Look, we thought we were being really smart and using our time very well, and it wasn't the case. But we got Hungry Jacks afterwards.
We did.
It was pretty sick.
We did.
Yeah. But, that was fucking small world, wasn't it? At the fucking voting, at the polling booth, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So you've gone in before me, and we've managed to avoid being mistaken for a couple this time. So
yes, no one said anything. We were holding hands and everything.
We were holding
Go on.
So
sorry.
you've gone first to get your name checked off, and then I've been called in after to go to the person next to you.
Yeah.
She's checking all the details, and she's asked me to confirm my address as she's looking at my license.
Yeah.
And she's gone, I've said it to her. She's gone, bullshit. Guess where I live? I'm like, I didn't say this. I'm like, I assume somewhere fucking close by.
I mean, it wouldn't really make sense if she lived in Dandenong, would it? Like, it's just like...
It's an odd conversation starter, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it turns out she lives next door.
That's insane.
She lives next door, so having a chat about that, and then she wouldn't let me. All I wanted to do was get the papers off her, and she just kept talking about how much of a good spot it is. And then you're walking past me to go vote, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, Ashford, come."
You're trying to drag me into it.
She's look at her. She lives just next door. You remember?
I was like, no, I'm at the booth now. I feel like me talking is not, like.
Yeah, so you turned away and left me for dead. Yeah.
Also, well, I think one of the reasons that we voted early was because you made your long-awaited return to Pals.
I did. Yeah, I did. It was good to be back. It was good to be back. It wasn't without its usual sprinkling of confrontation. Actually, no, question. I'm going to put this to the listeners. Have you ever heard of someone going out off a full toss, the square leg umpire saying that it's not a no ball, and then the central umpire overrules the square leg umpire, and so the batsman refuses to walk off? Have you ever heard of that in your life?
I can see it happening if the person that's central is like a lot older, and the person at square leg is like a little kid that like doesn't want to be there, and the central's just like he doesn't know what he's talking about, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. I can see that.
Both fully grown men.
Yeah.
The square leg umpire, while this was all happening on, while this was all going on, he was still maintaining, no, it's not a no ball.
Yeah, right. So he's confident in...
Yeah. And then they tried to spin the whole, he doesn't really know the rules. And then we're like, well, why is he umpiring? And then we asked him to explain the rules, and he said what it was, and it was correct. So we're like, you're out. So, yeah, there's a bit of drama there, which obviously you want to avoid.
Yep.
But, yeah, it was okay other than that. I bowled pretty well. Me and Jeff is our first game back, and we both opened the bowling. I was... Yeah, robbed of at least one plum LBW.
Yeah.
Which, would have made the figures look a bit better, but good to land them right. It was pretty economical.
Mm.
And then, went in for a slog. Well, I guess we batted first. So I went in for a slog beforehand and hit 1-4, but yeah, quick runs aren't really my game.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's a shame that it's more often than not that's what's expected, but kind of is what it is.
I was so out of sorts, man. I was missing balls. I was getting hit in the pads, and I was just like, "Fuck me, I don't know what I'm doing."
You also copped one right on the thumb.
Caught one right on the thumb. The swelling has just started to go down today, so I'm confident that I'm going to be all right. But it was the guy who refused to get out after he didn't like in the next couple of overs. He smacked one, and I was fielding at point, but the square leg umpire was standing at point despite there being two right-handed batters. Yeah. Don't know what he was doing. So I'm walking in, and as the batsman plays a shot, I'm kind of next to the square leg umpire. Yeah. So I've kind of got to walk around him, and then I react late. It's low and hard, and just stick a hand out and fucking ride on the end of the thumb. Yeah, right. So it might be the season where it's my turn to drop all the catches. Oh. Which should be pretty cool.
How the tables have turned.
You're playing this week though, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
We will see.
So for the first time in what feels like forever for us, again, no time at all for you because we're so dedicated to our listeners. Yeah. It's time to run it back.
It is.
It's time to run it back. Now, just want to mention something. As we said, we got the timing a little wrong on something. The Cricket World Cup wrapped up a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
England won the World Cup.
They did.
It's pretty cool, which I don't know if a few people might have been confused as to why it wasn't commented on a couple of weeks ago when it happened. Now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know it hadn't happened for me yet.
Yes.
Now it has. So
it came home.
Yay, it came home. Now it's time to see if the other World Cup will come home. The FIFA World Cup has started.
Massive.
So hence that post on the pod.
Yeah, you timed that one well.
Yeah, that was intentional. That was why it was said on the pod, wasn't it?
Oh, because we knew that it was around the same time. We knew it would be around the same time as the World Cup. Yeah, true.
I think so. Am I giving us too much credit there?
Some forward planning by us.
Oh, yeah. Now that you said that, it makes me think that wasn't the case.
I'm pretty sure you were just really on that meme at that time. You were just...
I still am. Yeah. I definitely still am. But it's cool. It's cool to see that back. The FIFA World Cup has just got this unique... I feel like it's different than other World Cups. This is truly like the world game. Like it unites everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if you're not a big... soccer fan.
Yeah.
You get around it. Yeah. Around this time.
Yeah, you do.
Similarly to kind of like a bit of like tennis around the Australian Open. I feel like lots of Aussies get around it around then.
Yeah.
But this big,
so it's on a global scale.
Yeah.
Like it was at the pub on Saturday night with a few mates and watching the Socceroos. Yep. When they beat Tunisia.
Yes.
Beat Tunisia. I was watching the game. And a pub full of like Aussie blokes, obviously, and you hear them all talking about, I don't really watch the soccer, I'm more of an AFL fan and all that kind of thing. Yeah. But then as soon as they scored, everyone went crazy. Nuts. Like it unites the world like bloody nothing else. I think we're going to ignore all the Qatar side of things. If that's you're right. Yeah, I mean,
no, like. There's nothing that I'm going to say about it, but like I think
the football itself has been
exciting. And I don't think by not talking about it we're taking a stand at all in any way. Yeah, it's
not what we want to talk about on our show.
Literally, yeah. A couple of big upsets though. Geez, Japan beat Germany.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia beat
Argentina. Yeah, do you see the king is giving them all Rolls Royces for beating Argentina?
What? Really?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
No.
Yeah, dead set.
There you go.
And there's been some good games as well. Serbia were up 2-0 against who was it? I can't remember who it was, and then they ended up drawing 3-3.
Yeah,
it was a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some that was one of the more recent ones. That's why it's still in my head. But obviously, Socceroos, their first win in like 12 years
at the World Cup.
Yep.
Yeah.
First open play goal since Tim Cahill's volley against the Netherlands.
Seriously?
You know, the one off the bar?
Yeah.
Apparently. I heard that from Kynan. So
wow.
If that's incorrect, yell at him. You can yell at him as well if you want. So I think that's about a week and a bit in, I think.
Yep. I think Australia play Denmark. It might be tonight. Either tonight or tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
And then that's the big sort of game. I think if Australia can draw or win, then sneak through to the next round.
Yeah.
Massive.
I think England play soon. England play Wales.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really good in the first game and then fucking atrocious against the USA. So, but that, funnily enough, as a footy and cricket podcast, is not what we're here to talk about.
No.
I'd say we're not really here. Well, yeah, you know what we're about. You know what this is going to be. Obviously, we've both been out and about a fair bit. We haven't been here.
Mm.
We've been to airports a couple of times, right?
Quite a lot, yeah.
I think I was at Melbourne Airport 5 times in November.
Yeah.
You were there 4, weren't you?
Probably, yeah. Lots of check-ins.
Lots of check-ins, yes. And it got us thinking about, well, to put it simply, a cricket-themed airline.
Mm. Yeah.
So we're going to create one, and we're going to go through some policies and procedures.
I guess so.
Is that what you'd call it?
I don't even know at this point. It's just...
Everyone listening knows that we don't know either. So
yeah, it's a strange sense of comfort, isn't it?
It is. It's good to be back. It's bloody good to be back. Did you want to kick it off, or should I?
Yeah, I'll kick it off.
You want to kick it off?
So you're at the airport normally, right?
Mm-hmm.
On an international flight, right? What's the first thing? Well, what's something that you absolutely need?
I know the answer to this one.
You do?
Are we switching on?
Sure.
A, passport.
A. Correct. The answer is A.
Thank you.
Passport.
Thank you.
Absolutely, you need your passport. So, like, think about it. Cricket, you'd have to carry your the equivalent of that would be your My Cricket ID.
It would be.
Right?
It would be. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you remember your My Cricket ID off the top of your head?
Nope.
I do not remember.
Are we
mine.
supposed to remember it?
I don't know.
I guess for the airline we would have to.
We would have to for the airline.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, that's good. You could get like a little book. Right, you'd obviously have your ID in there, and for every game you play, you get it stamped.
Yeah. Qualification for finals, this and that.
Yeah. That'd be cool. You just need to keep it on you.
Yeah.
Don't want to forget it, otherwise you can't play it.
Exactly.
No one wants that.
It's all about making it seamless, you know?
Speaking of seamless, I don't know when this was first brought in, because I don't fly as much as you do. Online check-in.
Yep.
I know it's been a thing for a number of years now. I'm not that naive.
Yeah.
But, the whole paperless process of it, it's makes things a lot smoother.
Yeah.
You can check in online. Is it the night before or the day before or 48 hours before?
It's about 48 hours.
Yeah, right.
That's when I get the text from the airline saying check-in is now open, and then
you go. Yeah. It just gets rid of a queue, doesn't it? Especially if you've got no checked baggage.
Oh yeah.
It's brilliant when it works.
When it works, yeah.
You want to go on that little tangent?
Well, the last flight, the final one to come home was, it didn't work. So when it doesn't work, it reverts back, and everyone has to check in manually once you get there. That creates a line, which then everyone in that line has to eventually go through the same security.
Yeah.
So even if the check-in's screwing up on a particular airline, everyone else cops it because you're all going through the one line to get through security anyway. So, yeah.
So you cop that. They were trying to stop you from coming home, were they?
Yeah.
The point of this, right, is we haven't done it this season, but I think they've scrapped it. But the T-forms, If you get a text or an email
Mm.
saying your T form's now open, you can fill that out online and submit it to the club, and
Yeah.
you've got that there a couple of days ready to go.
Yeah.
There's no queue. There's no waiting around for someone to come and pick up the T form.
No.
There's no
I forgot. Oh, this, that.
Yep.
No.
Yeah. There's no arguments about there not being any hot chips
Yeah.
or any mini hot dogs, anything like that.
Yep.
It's all there. It's all ready to go. It's all pre-done.
You could even just click like a checkbox at the top, just saying everything.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah.
How easy would that be?
But then you have to be aware of the repercussions for when you cop, you're not going to eat all that, you're not getting it all. And then they just pick and choose what to give you.
Yeah. Hopefully not scones.
I fucking love scones. No, you should click scones and then I'll have your scones.
True.
Yeah.
True. Now, what have we done? Passports?
Yep.
We've done online check-in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's another one. You're going to like this one.
Right.
It's right up your alley, I think.
Right up my alley.
You really enjoy it, I reckon.
Cool.
Frequent fuckwit points.
Sounds like something I'd be interested in.
Yeah, you're interested?
Yeah.
Have I got your attention?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think we've mentioned it perhaps once or twice on the show.
Say it for me.
It's not hard to not be a cunt.
It's not hard to not be a cunt.
Yes.
Keep going, mate. Keep going.
Yes. So in the spirit of it's not hard to not be a cunt, I think these frequent fuckwit points would be...
It's really,
you just like hearing me swear, don't you?
It's just really good. It's just really good.
I think someone at your work that was saying something about... I think they were listening.
It was my manager.
Was he your manager? Something about me swearing or something? Or?
Yeah, he's like, oh, you can tell that he's not really comfortable or not really used to swearing, or he doesn't swear as much as you. I'm like, oh, it's a bit of feedback.
What are you trying to say?
It's more of a comment on me than you.
But anyway, frequent fuckwit points. So it'd be almost like demerit points when you're driving, right?
Mm.
So the more times you sort of do something stupid, when I say stupid, like just being a cunt.
Yeah. Just don't be a cunt.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
If each time you do it, you get these points, and then, well, I haven't thought about the repercussions of such points. I don't know if
no,
let's plan
it out now, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah. So a certain amount of demerit points, you get suspended, or you can't play at all.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, are you out for the rest of the season? Are you permanently banned? Like a couple of games suspension? What are we talking?
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know the answer to it. I came up with the idea of the points, and then I'll leave
and then you wash your hands of it.
The tough decision making and the confrontational sort of stuff to someone else, I think.
Mm. Yep. Yeah. I'm sure someone will put their hand up before long. I'm sure. This next one is a bit controversial in a different way.
Okay.
Now, we love Berwick Fields.
We do.
It's the home of cricket.
It is the home of cricket.
It's got change rooms. We love rooms, right? It's nothing worse than when you rock up to a ground that it's just a field.
Yeah.
You just got to put your bags in a pile.
Yeah.
There's no shade. There's no seats. It just sucks.
Yeah.
It just sucks. So, you could have a lounge area. There's a twist.
Right.
The lounge area, because obviously not everyone has access to like the Virgin Australia lounge.
No.
Or anything like that. No. There's a twist.
Right.
This lounge is only accessible for people who've paid their fees up front.
Wow. So
people who haven't would have to be outside the rooms.
Yeah. Yep. That's fair.
There wouldn't be many of us, if any, in
the actual rooms.
Yeah.
No,
none.
You reckon?
I don't reckon it'd be any. Pay up front, the whole thing up front. No way.
Pay up front and then have 5 washouts in a row.
But then pay up front and be the only one in the rooms.
Yeah. You can get the room, but yeah.
Yeah. So okay, mate, we'll have to workshop that one.
Yeah. I feel like we'll workshop most of these.
There's something about a lounge, though.
Maybe
it is just change room. I don't know.
I got another one. This one's actually I'm actually proud of this one.
You're proud of this
it's
one?
Actually it could be revolutionary.
Right.
So I fly a lot, as you know, but
Yeah.
I also, go to the airport a lot to pick up family and drop them off, that sort of thing. And quite often, I always get flight tracker up on my phone because if you're going to go pick someone up from the airport, you need to check that the flight's on time. There's no point rocking up to the airport and then waiting 3 hours because the flight's been delayed.
I think we can all agree on that. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So why not have a live game tracker on my cricket? Right?
Genius.
So because here's the classic scenario, right? You're playing cricket on a Saturday, right? And you've got plans Saturday night with some, I don't know, non-cricketing mates or whatever it is. It might be a party, this or that. And look, everyone else probably rocks up to this particular gathering at, I don't know, 6, 7, something like that. But we know that's not possible for anyone that plays cricket.
Not unless you've rolled the other team for 6th.
Correct. Yes. So something like this on the My Cricket app, right, would be perfect for your mates that are expecting you after, because then they'll be like, oh, they've rolled the other team early. Oh, beautiful. They get pinged with notifications or whatever. They can track it and be like, oh, they'll be on time. Or they'll be like, nah, not going to happen. I'll expect them at 9:30.
That is outstanding. That might be the best thing that you've ever said on this show.
Thanks, mate.
I don't know. We've done a few episodes now, so I'm not sure how accurate that is, but outstanding. I mean, and a classic example on the weekend. We didn't finish the game till 6:30.
Yeah.
I said I was at the pub with mates, but they all had dinner first, so they had dinner at 6:30. The reservation at 6:30.
At 6:30, yeah.
I got there 2 minutes before the game started at 9 o'clock.
At 9.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it's not like if you finish something at 6:30, you can teleport and shower and everything instantaneously, and you're there.
I had to ice this for a bit as well.
Yeah.
That didn't help the time frame. That's a really good one. I really like that. This one. Should we say this one? Yeah, we'll finish on this one. It's not as good as the live game tracker, but the skipper to have a wireless mic on at all times to make calm and collected announcements to the team while out on the field.
Yep.
And it goes without saying that they have to just sound like every pilot ever.
What is it about pilots all sounding exactly the same?
Is it part of like the training they have to go through to make, like, has it been workshopped and that is how they can be as clear and concise so that as many people can understand them as possible?
Yeah, maybe.
Or is it the fact that one person did it
and then
everyone's like, oh fuck, I'm a pilot, that's how I have to talk?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so intrigued by it.
If you are a pilot and you're listening, were you told that's how you had to talk?
We should ask Uzi.
Is Uzi a pilot?
Uzi's a pilot, a trained pilot.
Well, there you go.
If you are Uzi. But isn't it so intriguing though? Like, can you imagine him being at pilot school or whatever, and then like reading out passages and then getting like told off, being like, no, this is the way. I'm speaking like a pilot.
Anyway.
This is the only. It's just that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just now approaching Melbourne. Currently cruising at 42,000 feet, and it's just everything. Everyone sounds exactly the same, and I'm like, you can't all sound exactly the same without going through some sort of process.
I think you're right. So would he be like, good afternoon, my fellow pals. The opposition here are cruising along at 2.7 runs and over. We're approaching our 7th wicket. Let's keep going. Keep your heads down and break this partnership and go pals. I reckon that's what he'd have to say. You reckon that's
I think that's exactly how it would go down.
But, well, it's a must-have. It's got to be done.
So getting forward now, I know we started by saying that we were sort of talking about a cricketing airline. I think we mentioned that and run it back.
Yeah.
And then we kind of went on to not really talk about a cricketing airline, but we sort of just mentioned some cricket flight-related things. I feel like we kind of just drew a few lines between them. But
yeah, I mean, it's not the worst stretch we've ever had in the show. I mean,
we're
the
good
listeners
at
are aware of that.
Anyway, but say we were going down that cricket airline path, right? What would you call a cricket-themed airline?
Ooh, I do have one for you.
Okay.
I do have one in mind. Now, it is a bit of a deep cut. All right.
Yeah,
So we're going to go on a little bit of a journey.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. What's the best cricket game of all time?
Ashes.
No.
No?
We've had this conversation on the pod plenty of times.
Oh, sorry. Oh, like video game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant the actual.
No, right. Sorry, my bad.
I was thinking. Was it Edgbaston?
Yeah.
Or,
apologies.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Sorry.
The best cricket video game of all time.
Cricket 07.
Cricket 07. The commentators.
I worried you there for a second,
You
didn't
did. I was so confused. I'm like, I know.
Ashes 2009 because Nathan Horowitz is in it. Yes. Yes, Cricket 07,
Cricket 07
is undeniably the best cricket video game of all time.
Cool. I'm glad we can agree on that. With the exception of Nathan Horowitz. Right. Okay. The commentators on Cricket 07, you got Mark Nicholas and the late Richie Benner.
Yes.
Now, when you hit a 6 on Cricket 07, there's countless prompts.
Yeah, yeah.
One of my favourites when you hit a 6, Mark Nicholas says, "Don't bother chasing that. That's away to the beaches."
Oh, that sounds... Oh, my goodness.
So I'd call it away to the beaches air.
Wow, that's brilliant. That just unlocked a memory.
Yeah.
Because I haven't played that game in so long. Oh, my goodness.
Away to the beaches.
I can imagine exactly how the voice and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
That's good. That's what I'd say. And there's probably like a snappier cricket term that would maybe fit better on a plane.
Yep.
But no, I like away to the beaches. Yeah.
Kind of like the title of this episode, really. There's probably a snappier way, but
it's not how we do things. Do you have an airline or no?
No, I'm stalling. I don't know if you can tell or not.
That's all right. You don't have an airline. I don't have a hairline. So
Switch on.
Couple of questions for you.
Yep.
Question 1. Now, cricket, airports, airlines. This refers to a couple of them, but not one. What is your go-to in-flight entertainment? Provided, well, let's say we're flying with a basic airline, and there's no screen on the back of the seat in front of you.
There's no screen.
You're completely on your own. You've got to sort yourself out.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Okay. Ooh, I was going to answer it with the screen. Look, probably something boring like listening to music.
Okay.
Probably listening to my own music.
You listen to your own music? Oh my God.
Yeah, what?
Sorry, it's almost Spotify wrapped again, and I'm going to repost that meme.
Been waiting for this moment.
You listen to your own podcast?
Yeah.
It's going to come out every year.
Just the same time. The same meme every year?
Yeah. Sorry, you going to say something?
About in-flight entertainment?
Yeah, I feel like I interrupted you.
No, probably just listening to music, or just listening to beats and then trying to get inspiration for other ideas and this and that. But yeah, what about yourself?
Go listen to Flight Mode by Authorized.
Oh,
there you go. I've just got to sneak it in there.
You got to sneak it in. Yeah.
This is the episode to sneak it in, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
I love a puzzle book. Like I'll go and buy like the $10 Better Homes and Garden puzzle book. It's got all the like Sudokus and crosswords and words and all sorts of puzzles in there. Yeah, don't mind that.
Nice.
Don't mind that. I don't know. Just download some shows on Netflix as well. So I've got a bit of variation.
Yeah, on your
on the phone.
Phone.
You can download them so that you can watch them on flight mode.
Does the screen get a bit too small for you to?
No, it's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's doable. You take what you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, question 2. I only have 2 for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have your flight cancelled or a game called off after having to report to the ground?
Am I already at the airport and the flight's cancelled? Like, have I gotten to the airport and then it's cancelled, or am I home and that would probably be the tipping point for me.
I feel like the flight being cancelled is more inconvenient.
Yes.
So I'll say that you're still at home.
Okay. I'll say I'd rather have the flight cancelled. I'm still at home.
Yeah.
I hate rocking up and then just like that limbo state of cricket when you sort of get up, you get there, and it's kind of like, are we playing? We're not playing. What are we sort of doing, sort of thing? And then you get there, and then it's just like, we're not playing. And then
Okay, that's fair.
Yourself?
Depends on the flight.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah. I'm just saying it like, yeah, it's not like I'd say that every time. If I had to.
Yeah, as you were talking, I'm like, I could easily just like introduce heaps of conditions here.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously one is way more inconvenient than the other. But
Yeah.
Rocking up to a washout sucks.
It does.
Fucking sucks. I hate it. They're my questions for you. I've had better.
That's all right.
Rusty.
It's all right. I feel like we started kind of rusty. And then we sort of working our way through it. My question's for you. Question 1. If you could choose any international setting in any country around the world to play cricket with locals while on a holiday, where would you pick?
Isn't Bino in India at the moment? I saw he posted on his Instagram story playing cricket with locals there.
Yeah, because he was in Nepal. Maybe... Was it cricket in India or was it?
The cricket was in India. Yeah, I'd say India.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
It's got its own sort of vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like, yeah.
What'd you say?
Maybe something similar, but maybe I go like Nepal or something. Like just like on the mountains or something.
Mountains, yeah.
Just like
I swear Top Gear did that years ago.
Played cricket on the mountain.
Yeah, with some locals. I can't remember what special it was.
Yeah, I have played cricket in India with locals. We went on like a houseboat tour in Kerala, and literally just got off at a random place, and it's just like rice fields.
Yeah, right.
In the middle of rice fields, just playing cricket with locals, and it's pretty sick.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's my closest sort of experience to that.
Yeah, nice. Good answer. Good question.
Thanks, man. All right, question 2. What is the ideal time to rock up to the gate before a flight? And what is the ideal time to rock up to the ground before a game?
I'm probably one of the earlier pals there at the ground, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I kind of like getting a bit settled and warming up a bit, and just not feeling rushed.
Yeah,
especially it's a long way we've got to drive, so
it is
traffic. You don't do that so much, do you?
No.
Yeah,
not.
And you're always injured. There's probably something in that. Probably.
Should get there early and warm up.
Look,
I've always got the foam roller though, mate.
Just fucking let's just get you playing a game to start with, yeah. Baby steps. I don't know. I like getting there sort of. Well, when I played juniors in the morning, seniors in the afternoon, we'd be there at seniors like an hour before it started. So the game started at 1, we'd be there at 12, and juniors would finish at 11 or whatever it was. But now I'm probably like 35 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Especially if it's a home game. If it's a home game, I like getting there a bit earlier.
Yeah.
But then at the gate, I've already like checked in and I'm through
checked in everything. You're at the gate
as late as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the issue though, isn't it? That's never like that.
Nah. Well, it depends on the airport as well, because Melbourne Airport sucks.
You reckon? Especially
it sucks. Like nothing was open when we got there to leave to Bali.
Yeah.
Our flight was at like 7:40, I think it was. So we had to be there.
AM or
AM. We had to be there early. So by the time we checked in and got through security and all that, we were just waiting around, starving. And there was one cafe open. It was packed. Like, Hungry Jack's wasn't even open. And then in Bali, like everything was like 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't an airport? Why aren't stores and food places at airports 24/7?
Yeah,
there's flights going all the fucking time.
Doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, you could like reduce the amount of staff you have.
Yeah.
Like working that particular shift for off-peak times, but you're always going to have business.
Yeah.
Like you're always going to have people there. So
yeah. So I don't know. Like I kind of hang out away from the gate, and then when it's time. Yeah, when they're called for boarding, slowly wander over.
Yeah.
But then I'm not first up to get on the plane because the plane isn't leaving without you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know why people do that. How about you?
Ideal, probably like get to the gate with about, I don't know, like half an hour before the flight.
And like sit at the gate?
Yeah, because usually half an hour before the actual departure times when boarding starts, but not always. Like it's a bit give or take. But yeah, I don't mind just like sort of chilling there and just being like, yeah, it's all good sort of thing. And then like everyone else stands up and queues and everything. And I'm just still sitting down. I'm chilling and whatever. But I'm there. Like I'm not somewhere else being like, oh shit. Like
no. So don't get me wrong. Like I check the board. I'm checking the board constantly.
Yeah.
To make sure the gate numbers hasn't changed and making sure it doesn't say like,
yeah.
It's funny. It's one of those things where everyone just kind of has their own little method.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's a bit of a boring switch on question for you, but
no, I don't think it was.
Yeah,
it wasn't any worse than my bloody piece of shit. So Umpire's call is back, and I guess this is where it's time to admit that we brought this segment in to try and keep those extra episodes timeless. Because we couldn't do a multi. We couldn't do a multi for the week ahead.
Of course.
Because it was all the same week.
How sneaky of us. That's quite manipulative.
It's a bit cheeky, isn't it?
A bit cheeky.
We did pretty well, I rate it. And another amazing intro by you.
Oh, the sound.
As I would have mentioned the first time we did it. And Jaden doing the animation, changing the text as well. So thank you again, Jados. Fucking love you, mate. Hope you're well. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. So yeah, let us know how you're feeling about Umpire's call. If you miss My Mate's Multi, if you're happy with how this is, slide into the old DMs. They're always open, and Ashwin will reply.
I will promptly. That's how I do things around here. So my call for this week, quite controversial. It's just what this segment's format.
It is. The more controversial, the better.
Yes. Sheffield Shield cricketers deserve their own lounge area at airports.
Why? What?
Because they're so disrespected, mate. Sheffield Shield cricketers, they play at massive arenas with no one watching them. And it's just
not true. Not true.
Well,
I can't believe I've mentioned this. I had a work thing there. I had the work thing at the MCG.
Last week,
on
right?
Friday.
Yeah.
And we were going out onto the stands on like level 2, just outside the Olympic room, to take a photo.
Yeah.
And then because there was no one at the fucking ground, the camera turned to us, and all the commentators were like, "Oh, have a look at the crowd! It feels like Boxing Day at the MCG. Oh, it's good to see them getting around Shield cricket."
Yeah.
And we were clapping in a Jackson bird over. It's like, "Oh, the atmosphere's insane.
Yeah.
Who are they?" Like, we're not here for the cricket. Like, I was happy to watch the cricket. Absolutely. I was. Like, we're not here for the cricket. You can't claim this as a Sheffield Shield crowd. We're here for a bloody conference.
They can, and they did.
They did, yeah. Sorry. Apologies for taking over then.
No. That's
it was cool. Great.
Yeah, that's cool. But just have your own, have their own sort of space, in an airport. I feel
I'm so confused by that.
Why?
Like for domestic flights, for when they're travelling to the games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But where do the international cricketers go? Like, is there a separate lounge for them?
What do you mean? Like when they go overseas?
Yeah. Or even like when they're playing, when there's like a test series around Australia and they're going to the next venue.
Oh yeah, true. No, I didn't think about that. I just feel like Sheffield Shield cricketers are very disrespected. Mate.
I can see what you're getting at. I can see what you're trying to do. And I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely I do.
I also haven't been to a Sheffield Shield game, so
it's pretty good. Should go. Actually, I don't know what the Vic's Tassie score ended up being.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
Ashley Chandrasinghe playing?
Yeah.
I
don't think he did too well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, keep going there while I load this up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep chatting away.
I'll keep chatting away about the Sheffield Shield lounge area.
Tasmania won by 4 wickets. That's a bit sad.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Bird was player of the match.
There you go. You were clapping him in, mate.
It was, yeah. Well, sorry, Victoria. We gave him a rev up. Right, there you go. He took 8 wickets for the match. Fair dues. Fair dues.
What's your controversial call for this week?
I've forgotten. A cricket bag is a better investment than a suitcase.
Okay. So, go on, explain.
You can use a cricket bag as a suitcase. You can't use a suitcase as a cricket bag.
Have you used your cricket bag as a suitcase?
No.
Have you seen anyone use their cricket bag as a suitcase?
Yeah, I've seen that before. It might have just been like for actual cricket gear. I've seen them check baggage, but I don't have one, and so I borrowed one of Tash's, and it was all zebra print, and it was great for being able to.
You don't have a suitcase?
I don't have a suitcase. I barely go on planes.
Yeah, that's true.
It was so the zebra print was great for being able to identify it coming off the carousel.
Yeah.
It absolutely did its job there.
Yeah,
but I'd also be able to see my cricket bag.
Correct, because no one else is doing it.
Fit a bit more in,
so you'd know straight away that it's yours.
Yeah. And it wasn't one of those ones that's got like I've never had one of those ones that's got the 4 wheels. You know, you can either like pull it along behind you or like pull it alongside you.
Beside you, yeah.
It was one of those one. It was an older one, and it's got just a couple of wheels. But I feel like I'd be more satisfied wheeling my cricket bag.
Yeah, I do like the 4-wheel ones.
Yeah, no, me too. Me too.
But yeah, maybe add an extra couple of wheels to your cricket bag, and then just do that.
True.
Best of both worlds.
True. Would you agree though? A cricket bag, because you can't rock up to a cricket game with a suitcase.
With a suitcase.
Yeah.
I've yet to see it.
Yeah.
It would be funny.
Have you seen a cricket bag at an airport though? You would have surely.
I'm sure maybe. I can't remember though off the top of my head.
Oh, you're gonna next time you'll definitely know.
I'll definitely know.
You'll clock it next time after this chat. Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm standing by that. I don't think that was that controversial. I think I'm just spitting facts over here. All the languages in the world, and I've chosen to speak fact. So, like in Star Wars, we have executed episode number 66 instead of order 66.
The order.
Yeah.
Nice.
We did all right, I think. Blowing the cobwebs off.
Yeah.
Bit of rust still there, but...
Yeah, definitely at the start, I reckon.
Yeah.
Intro.
It was all right.
It's okay,
I don't think it was as bad as you think it was.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like a feel thing as well.
Yeah.
Like, I was keen, though, to get back into it. I remember when we were waiting to vote, because that's one of my favourite parts of this. It's the brainstorming. It's like coming up with something that's funny. That's
and then getting on a roll with it.
And then getting on a roll with it. Because that's
the
favourite part for me. So
yeah.
That was, to do that again while we're waiting in line was awesome.
So I'm sorry that you're sitting here now. You're like, you hate this part. sorry about that, mate. Sorry about that. We're back. I said we've got a few more weeks left in the year, so we'll keep pushing and keep talking shit and close off 2022. We did say it was going to be a massive 2022, and I reckon we fucking delivered on that. But
I think so. Yeah,
we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. I'm sure.
In the meantime, keep hitting sixes.